rifle?
What are you doing to my gun? No, I don't know.
These dudes are just casually have big guns like this? Is that even legal to own?
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And not too long ago, I introduced you to my Solarthern 20mm anti-tank rifle, and I absolutely love this.
How is this legal to own? Like, in what instance? When would you ever need an anti-tank rifle as a civilian?
But this old girl right here was kind of
home security,
lonely, and she needed a friend.
Why are tanks coming after your home?
You to her new BFF, Miss LAHTI. So I've been scratching my head for quite a while trying to figure out how I celebrate hitting 5 million subscribers, which is absolutely insane, and I appreciate every single one of you. And to show my appreciation to you, I thought I would buy another 20mm. So now let me tell you a little bit about my newest financial blunder. This is the LAHTI, and she is very similar to the Solarthern, but also has some differences. So this gun is 7 foot long, so we're gonna start at the business end and then work our way back. So the first thing you may know—
Are you fucking telling me that that gun is bigger than me? Standing up!
Notice about this, it has a massive muzzle brake just like the Solarthern, but this one comes with a nifty muzzle brake cover. Then moving on, we have a wooden handguard that I guess doubles as a heat shield. We have iron sights, and then the biggest difference between the LAHTI and the Solarthern is these massive sleds. So soldiers would actually drag these things sometimes on these sleds in the snow, and then once you got to where you would be firing this weapon, you have a bipod that flips down. This thing takes a massive 10-round magazine, and it is semi-automatic. It loads from the top and ejects the shells from the bottom, and you really gotta watch your hands when you shoot this thing, from what I've been told, because when it ejects these shells, it is very violent and could hurt your fingies. There's also a little rubber piece down here that is supposed to help deflect those shells. So like the Solarthern, the LAHTI has a very
that magazine is bigger than my fucking head. What the fuck?
Back. You literally have to crank it back. The Solarthern utilizes a chain, but the LAHTI has a gear system. You just push this in and then crank it about 2 times, and then you send it home, and you're ready to go. You have iron sights. This one does not have a scope like the Solarthern. They did not utilize a scope, but from what I understand, the fins were pretty good with iron sights. The Solarthern and the LAHTI have the same taste in ammo, and that is 20 by 138B.
Holy shit, that's a bullet? What the fuck?
Once you get your 10-round mag loaded and inserted, all you have to do is hit this grip safety down here, and it will send your bolt home. I would not want to put my thumb in that. So sometimes it's really hard to come across on camera just how big a gun is. So to give you some perspective, this is a Barrett M82A1 chambered in 50 BMG. It has a 20-inch barrel, and this by no means is a small gun. But
that's huge.
When you set it next to a LAHTI,
what the fuck? It looks like a little baby.
It looks pretty tiny. And just to give you a little more perspective, this is a Barrett mag, and this is the LAHTI mag. Both
oh my god!
10 rounds, but one is 50 BMG and the other is 20 millimeters. This guy right here is 750 grains and putting out around 13,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. While
if you get hit with one of those bullets, like, it's instant death, right? That shit would like turn you into like mush.
While the 20 mil is a little over 2,300 grains and producing around 35,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. So now it's time to finally shoot this thing, and I am very excited because I have questions that need answers. What is the recoil gonna be like on this thing?
God.
Because it's a little bit lighter than the Solarthern, and its barrel does not reciprocate. So am I gonna have a good day, or is my shoulder gonna be reciprocating? Let's find out, shall we? Are you struggling with credit card debt, personal loan?
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, never mind, I'm not gonna say anything.
What's this thing gonna be like shooting it on the sleds compared to the bipod? I'm guessing it's gonna kick me a lot harder, but we're about to find out. This guy in here,
Just say it. Don't say it. Say it, don't say it. Can't help but notice that his chest is very large. That's all. That's all I want to say. He's very muscular.
Almost made a big mistake.
He's got big boobs.
And that is,
His titties are huge.
To remove your muzzle brake cover. I would have been big sad. It is a little muddy out today, so I'm gonna lay on this table.
Good night. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Oh my god.
So we do have one in the chamber.
Oh! Oh my god. Hold on. I'm blocking the shoulder view. Oh my god, that looks like it hurts.
First of all, shooting it off the sleds wasn't so bad. Second of all, if you notice right there, there is quite the crater in the ground, and my brass is full of dirt, and that is why you don't put your hand there when shooting the LAHTI.
Oh my god, it would obliterate his hand.
I removed quite a bit of dirt from my berm. So now
Wait,
that I know
what?
that this thing is...
Did he make that?
I removed quite a bit of dirt from my berm. So now that I know that this thing is fairly safe to shoot, I'm gonna lose the Premier Body Armor helmet and just switch back to my hat. And now we're gonna let down this bipod and see how bad the recoil is with that. Now the sleds weren't that bad, so I bet this will make it even better. So this is a two-step process.
Whoa.
Pull this and lets it down. And then I should be able to pull this and rock this whole thing. Uh-oh. This may be a two-man job. Let me see here. Like that. And now, pull this one. Oh, wait.
That's scary. What if, like... Oh,
There we
God.
go. Oh, it's setting much higher now. So one difference that I forgot to mention between the LAHTI and the Solarthern is the Solarthern has an auto-loading feature. So when I put the mag in the LAHTI, I have to manually send my bolt home, but with the Solarthern, it automatically sends the bolt forward. And when you're out of rounds with the Solarthern, it automatically ejects the mag, while the LAHTI holds it in there. Okie dokie, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. We're gonna see what this recoil is like, and I'm gonna take a shot at that steel chair downrange and see where I'm hitting. All right, let's send our bolt home. And I'm gonna aim dead center on that chair.
Oh, shit. Holy shit! Jesus!
Okay, I'm gonna say that the bipod is definitely better than the sleds. I barely even felt that. She not be kicking. The iron sights on the LAHTI are offset to the left. I was aiming dead center, and as you can see, I hit about 4 inches to the right, which makes sense. So if I want to hit something with this thing, I need to be aiming about 4 inches to the left. So now we know that the LAHTI will fire at least one shot at a time, and we know that the bipod helps with recoil better than the sleds. But this is a semi-automatic 20mm anti-tank gun, and it holds 10 rounds. So can we get multiple shots without the gun malfunctioning? So up next, I'm gonna take 3 shots and see if we can get all 3 to go off without the gun getting a jam. And at the same time, we're gonna perform an experiment. According to the slow-mo, the muzzle blast on this thing is pretty wicked. So I wanna know what would happen if you were a little too close to that muzzle. Okay. I would not want to be him right now.
All right. No.
First shot.
It's gonna tear his face. Oh my god! That's a broken jaw, broken face.
Looks like this thing is functioning properly. We were able to run through 3 rounds and no jams. So I learned 2 things. 1, my LAHTI is functioning properly. And 2, you don't want to be too close to a muzzle brake of a 20mm. This dude is messed up. I mean, he looks like Predator now. I'm gonna say that LAHTI right there is nothing to shake a stick at. So now we're gonna blast what's left of our zombie bust with our LAHTI 20mm, and at the same time, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to see what it's like to shoot a LAHTI. And I'm gonna achieve this by duct taping a GoPro to my face. LAHTI 20mm anti-tank gun.
Now we'll know what it feels like.
So, first,
POV.
you crank this thing.
You shoot a gun.
Okay, now we'll put our mag in there. Big old behemoth. All right, we're all set. All right, let's send this bolt home.
Oh God.
Okay. Now, let's see if I can hit this thing.
Holy shit.
Okay, I would say that we hit it.
Oh my God! Holy shit! It's just a flesh wound, it's fine. I'm fine.
Oh! Ah! Ow! That brass is hot! Well, you may not believe this, but trying to hit a zombie bust at only 50 yards away with an anti-tank rifle with iron sights when your sights are offset to the left is actually a little more difficult than you would think. So I'm surprised that I even hit this thing. I managed to hit it in the cheek, but it still detonated the entire zombie bust. Well, I had a lot of fun shooting my LAHTI today. What did you think about it? And which one do you like better, the LAHTI or the Solarthurn? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com.
You could tell he's very passionate about this, about guns and stuff. That's pretty cool.
For watching Kentucky Ballistics.
It's interesting to watch people talk about things that they have a passion about, I think, in my opinion. Wow, wow.